So let's continue. We said that in Greek, the word ecology is combined by the two words oikos and logos. Oikos here means shelter, or it's a house where they inhabit. So oikos, it's the habitat. Whereas logos is means the science. So it's the science or knowledge. The two words combined, oikos logos, means science of habitats. So in definition, the term ecology was created in 1866, so by these biologists who described the ecology as follows. So he said that the ecology is the science of the relationships of organisms with the surrounding world, so the surrounding habitats. That is, in a broad sense, the science of the condition of existence. So this definition was given by the first biologist who talked about the word ecology. In definition also, ecology means the science that studies the conditions of existence of living organisms. When we talk about, this is very important, when we talk about living organisms, we are talking about biocyanosis. Biocyanosis. We will see after what does it mean. So, ecology is the science that studies the condition of existence of living organisms. Living organisms here are biocyanosis and their interaction with each other and the environment. So, the interaction are biocyanosis, the living organisms are biocyanosis, and the interaction that are going and happening with each other with the environment is biotop, which is their inhabitant. So the ecology here relies on science such as climatology, hydrology, oceanology, chemistry, geology, physiology, genetics. So, as we said here before, it is all connected with the ecology. That's why we can say that it's a multidisciplinary science. It is the ecology makes a multidisciplinary science, so it has multiple disciplinary sciences that are related with each other and are related to ecology also. Okay. Next slide. Here we are talking about the ecosystem, the concept of ecosystem and the ecological system. So an ecosystem is a complex which is interconnected, as we said before, where the living organisms are interacting with each other and with their physical environment, of course. So it consists of both biotic living and abiotic or abiotic, which means non-living. So we are going to see that all together. So the biotic and abiotic or living and non-living component that are relating to the ecosystem create a dynamic and an interdependent community. So they are living together and they are in an interdependent community. So we understand about this, that the ecosystems vary widely in size and can encompass diverse environments such as forests, oceans, desert, grassland, etc. So the biotic component, which is the biocenosis. Biocenosis refers to the collective term for all living organisms within a defined space, brought together by the reciprocal attraction interacted and then by various environmental factors. So they exerted on by various environmental factors. So when we talk about the biocyanosis, we are talking about zoocyanosis, which means it contains the plant species. Sorry, here it's a I reverse the role. Here the animal and here are the plants. So zoocyanosis, it contains the animal species, and phytocyanosis, it contains the plant species. So this is vegetation. It relates to phyto. Phyto means vegetation. Zoo means animals. So here we are talking about the biotope. So we talked about the ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? It is a complex between biocyanosis and biotope. And we talked about biocyanosis, and we understood that it refers to the collective term of all the living organisms. When we talk about all living organisms, it means animals and plants. Zoocyanosis when we talk about animals, phytocyanosis when we talk about plants or vegetation. So here we are going to talk about the biotope. For those who are not familiar with this word, so the biotope means or refers to the non-living part of the environment. So here the biocyanosis, we are talking about the living organisms, but the biotope, we are referring to the non-living part of the environment. So it encompasses all the physical and chemical characteristics that are directly or indirectly influenced by the living organisms. So we are, when we talk about the biotope here, we are referring to a specific homogeneous of uniform habitat. So biotope, it equals to habitat or environment where particular plant and animals, so we are talking here about the biosynosis, animals and plant species are adapted to live. So all the animals and the plants live in a part of a biotope. Unlike the term biocyanosis, which encompasses the living organisms and their interaction with the community, so the biotope focus on the physical and environmental characteristics of the habitats. So as we see here in this figure, all these are the physical, environmental, which characterize the biotope. So like temperature, like the sun, water, the soil, etc. Um, So biotope is a term which is commonly used in ecology, because here we are talking about ecology. And we talk about biotope to describe and characterize different type of habitat based on their physical and environmental attributes. So as you can see, it is often employed in conservation effort and environmental planning to identify and protect specific areas, biodiversity, understanding biotopes. So it is really important to understand biotope for studying the distribution of species, for example. Species, so the habitat of the species will be their surrounding environment. So we have here in this figure a summary. When we can see here the biocyanosis, which represent all the living being and their relationships. And in the other hand, you have the biotope, which is the habitat with all the non-living components like temperature, water, the soil, humidity, etc. So these two, biocyanosis and biotope, represent the ecosystem. Here is the equation. So biocyanosis plus biotope equals ecosystem. So, ecosystems are frequently characterized according to the corresponding habitat types, according to their biotopes. The following distinctions can be made. We have different types, so we can say that we have ecosystem of continental or terrestrial ecosystem. So this ecosystem refers to the ecosystems that are found on the land, so they are not in the ocean or in the sea. So they are on the land, as opposite to aquatic or marine ecosystem. These terrestrial ecosystem encompasses a wide variety of environments, including forests. You have also grasslands, desert. You have also tundra and more and more. You have also agro ecosystem like agricultural land, etc. So these ecosystems are characterized by the interaction between the living organisms, such as plants, animals, and microorganisms, and of course their physical environment, which includes factors like the soil, climate, and topography. So this is the first ecosystem, which is continental or terrestrial ecosystem. You have also freshwater ecosystem, or we can say also aquatic ecosystem. So here in this ecosystem, the majority of the water is not saline, so the water is not salt enough, is not salty. These ecosystems include various bodies of water, such as lakes, you have ponds, you have rivers, you have wetlands, you have streams, etc. So they are characterized by distinct ecological features and support a wide range of plants and animals, of course, that lives in the water. In this category, you have long-tech ecosystem and low-tech ecosystem. So these two terms, or these two words, we are going to have more details on them in the tutorials. Yes, so we will see the difference between the two further in our tutorials. You have also a third type of ecosystem, which are marine ecosystems. So we can also call them oceanic ecosystem. So they refer to the ecological ecosystem that present in the world ocean. So these environments are characterized by a salty water. So unlike fresh water ecosystem, so marine and oceanic ecosystem are characterized by salty water and cover, of course, a vast portion of the earth, of the surface of the earth. So they are incredibly diverse and play a crucial role, of course, in regulating the planet climate change, providing habitat for numerous species, and of course support various human activities. So, when we talk about the ecosystem, Algeria, for example, if we can give an example about the ecosystem that exists in Algeria, so it's a very large country that contains several type of ecosystem. So as we can see here, we have marine ecosystem. We have also wetlands, a continental wetland ecosystem. We have mountain ecosystem, forest ecosystem, steppe ecosystem, and of course Saharan ecosystem. When we bring them all together, they form what we call, so all these ecosystems together form what we call the biosphere. So the biosphere represents the zone of life on Earth. So it's a zone that the life exists on Earth, where living organisms exist and grow. So, depending on the ecosystem scale, we can find the micro ecosystem, meso ecosystem, and macro ecosystem. So the micro ecosystem, we can give the example of a tree. So it's a tiny ecosystem. Larger and larger there are the macro ecosystem, like a region. And between the two of them there is a meso ecosystem, which is medium, like forest. And of course, these ecosystems form what we call a biome. So the biomes here are a large geographic areas characterized by small climate, vegetations, and animals' life. These regions are defined by distinctive climatic condition and are home to specific type of ecosystem. So the biome here, as we can see in this map, all the biome here are different. So this biome is different than this, and etc. So the difference here is typically known by the climate, so the climatic condition. So the major biomes include like tundra, taiga. We have also temperate uh, temperate forests. We have also grassland. We have the desert. We have tropical rainforest, and more and more. So each biome here has a unique flora. So when we go from this biome to this biome, they are totally different. This biome to this biome, so the difference is huge. So yeah, so each flora and fauna that inhabit each biome is specific to the environmental conditions. So we have to understand that the biome are homogeneous biogeographical groups of ecosystem by climatic region and cover a vast area in the world. Ok, j'espère que vous me suivez. Sinon, comme je vous ai dit dans la première partie de la vidéo, si vous avez tout genre de questionnement ou si vous n'avez pas compris une partie ou n'importe quel mot, n'importe quelle explication, vous pouvez bien sûr aller sur votre plateforme Moodle et me poser les questions. Donc, on est en train d'apprendre ensemble. Je m'excuse aussi, je ne l'ai pas dit au début, mais je m'excuse pour ma prononciation en anglais. Je sais que ce n'est pas terrible, mais l'essentiel, c'est de vous passer le message et qu'on peut se comprendre. Voilà. So here we arrive to the area of intervention in ecology. So here we are talking about the different intervention of ecology. We talk about individual which is a specimen of a specific species. An individu. Donc one individual is a specimen of a specific species. So here, individual here, it refers to a single distinct entity of an organism. So it is often used to describe a member of a species in the context of ecology or biology. So an individual is a single living organism. So we can give an example of a plant like a cedar, like cedar tree, Cedrus atlantica. So it's an individual plant, or an animal. So we can say that like an elephant or a cat or a dog. So that's one individual. Each individual within a species is unique, of course, and has its own characteristics. So the individuals of the same species share common traits and are capable of reproducing to maintain the population. So these individuals are from the same species, which when we say they are from the same species, we understand that they can reproduce with each other. Okay, so the science of individual is a specimen of a specific species. So the science of one individual is called autoecology. Autoecology. So autoecology is a study of the existent condition of the same species. So one individual, one specimen of a given species. Otherwise, demoecology here, it studies population dynamics. So the population, which is a group of individuals of the same species which occupying a specific territory at a given time. So autoecology, it's a science of one individual. Demoecology, it's a science of a group of individuals. When we talk now about community or population, we are talking about the science that is called synecology. So synecology, it studies the existence condition of communities. So here we are talking about communities. So communities or population, the set of population in the same environment like animals community. Here we are talking about zoocyanosis, and plant community, which is phytocyanosis. So animal community is called zoocyanosis and plant community is called phytocyanosis. So I hope that you understand the difference between these terms, which are the intervention of in ecology. We have also the global ecology. Global ecology here, which studies ecology on the scale of the biosphere. So global ecology here, it includes all ecosystems together. So that's all from this part, and I hope to see you next session. Goodbye.